What's good, YouTube? Yo, welcome back. We got some more English voice actor drama, bro. Oh, they just can't stop tweeting, bro. They just can't stop. They should just shut the fuck up, man. At this point, like, they're ruining the reputation that they already had, you know? When there's not drama with them? Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question, man. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, boy.
So I got sent a very funny situation regarding voice actors that I completely missed happening the other day. So thank you very much for sending me this situation. That, of course, being to the person that sent this to me. But anyways, so this involves the creator of Ben Drowned. If you're familiar with Ben Drowned, I'm actually not until today looking into it, but it seems like...
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Something I'm definitely gonna look into more because it's like a creepypasta web serial thing, and I think there's also like videos on it. It sounds pretty...
Oh, Ben Drowned, yeah. I know that. Yeah. I heard of that.
Pretty cool, pretty interesting. And like I said, I will definitely look into this more when I get a chance. But enough about me. We need to talk about the creator of...
That's old, man. Holy shit.
Alexander Hall. Because it looks like certain English voice actors, you know the type, are upset with Alex Hall based on his most recent casting call that he posted over on Twitter. So let's take a look. Okay, so we're over here on Twitter now.
Who's Alexander Hall?
From Alexander Hall. That reads, casting call. Looking for 3 to 4 voice actors to play townspeople in an upcoming episode of a new series.
$15 per role.
Remote clean audio. $15 USD per role. Deadline April 15th. Audition plus details at that form. Now, unfortunately...
Damn, on April 8th? He asked people to... With a deadline of April 15? That's crazy, bro.
The form is no longer available, so I can't see everything that was on there for more details, but we can get a few more details by taking a look at what still remains right here, which reads at the bottom of the screen. Thank you for your interest. We're
background NPCs.
To bring to life brief roles as background NPCs. So, important details. Only 4 to 5 lines per role for background NPCs, and looking for 4 voice actors. Now, since this form is no longer available, I can presume that this has all been casted for. That takes us to a tweet from Pirate Nation with this screenshot where we can see the meltdown. And I know I'm blocking some of this, I'll like move it around and all that. So
oh boy.
But we'll see if it works out in a second. Guy who made Ben Drowned is working on a new series of YouTube videos. Puts out an open advert for anyone who wants to voice some of the background NPCs in it. $15 for 4 to 5 generic NPC lines. Insane meltdown from voice actor Twitter, demanding $100 an hour for saying lines like, "It sure is foggy today." Incredible rage in the replies.
What?
So now we'll take a look at some of these angry people. We're starting with the ones in the top left. Reads, $15 per role, laughing emoji. $15? F off. Talk about cheap. Call your mom or your pals.
Bro, this is not even gonna take you an hour to do. 15 an hour, you get 15 for one role. That will probably take you like what, 25 minutes, maybe a half hour to record? That's a normal wage. 15 an hour is a normal wage, bro. What? What are they talking about?
An offer $15. Alex Hall actually responds to that one and says, why not someone who's an aspiring VO to add to their portfolio? I know people that would volunteer to do it, but I thought since I'm in a position to offer something for a fun...
It's not Hoyo. Yeah.
Be a nice gesture. I guess I'm having a hard time...
Take the job or not. Yeah, true.
And we can't see the rest of it from that other person responding to Alex now. Some $15 job isn't going to be looked at by Hollywood for voice... What the frick? Sorry, I'm like already interrupt, but why is this guy bringing Hollywood up? It's like some indie like job on the internet where it was like, it's not going to be looked at by Hollywood for voiceover. No one was like asking for some Hollywood weirdos anyways. What the frick? Check it out. I actually found that tweet itself. And there wasn't much more to Alex's tweet. The only thing that got cut off, I think, was small role. So he's like, since it's a very small role. And once again, the other person's like, some $15 job isn't going to...
Bro, he could have just made AI do it. People really are not thinking, bro. Like, he comes out asking for people to voice a small sentence or two. And he gives money for them. Like, bro, what? It's not a full-time job, bro. It's a one-time project that might take you like 20 minutes. Like, Jesus.
Be looked at by Hollywood for voiceover. No offense, this is a contract job. Somebody needs 4 lines read? Call your sister. $15 is an insult. I'm not sure if it's remote
Okay, Tyrone 4. My bad, bro. My bad.
or not. You're not sure if it's remote. You think this dude is going to need to fly someone out to location for a 15...
He literally asks, bro. Look at this. Hold on. Go back to the tweet. Look. Remote clean audio. Oh my god, bro. Oh, the illiteracy allegations will never be fucking defeated, man. People can't read anymore, I swear to god. Okay, where was I? I forgot. I forgot where we were. Shit. Here. Okay, yeah, Tyrone, yeah. Oh my days, bro. Oh my days.
Oh my gosh. There's also this response from Alex, and we can see more details. So this person's like, $15 an hour? How many hours are we talking? TF, lol. Alex says, oh, absolutely not. I was thinking it would take about 5 minutes. These are short throwaway lines for generic townspeople. I'm just looking for the right voice.
I mean, 5 minutes is a little bit too short. I would minimum say 20, maximum 30, 35, something like that. You know, maybe have like a couple takes to warm up, couple lines, you know, you want to do in different voices or anything like that, you know. But yeah, it's not going to take hours.
Another response to the top reading. Are you freaking kidding me? $15? And once again, we got laughing emojis. Alex responds and says, this is my first time putting out a public casting call for one of these. It's a maximum of 5 quick lines for a small indie production. What would you say is fair? Ooh, let's see what people say.
Oh, that's nice.
DM to explain?
What?
That's not
$100 a minute. Okay, that's a troll. Never mind. I was like, what? But no, it's a troll.
$100 minimum. $100 to like have like 5 minutes of reading. That's crazy. Let's see the responses to this. LMAO, you aren't that famous. That's a fair price. Show more. You're out of your mind. Your voice.
Oh, how did these people fall for this, man? This is clearly clickbait. This is clearly like rage bait, man.
This is not a precious resource that's worth gold, dude.
You're getting replaced by AI. Somebody said you're getting replaced by AI. Hold up. Look at that. You're getting replaced by AI.
Lord, worth less than a McDonald's burger. That's a new one. Okay, so now we got this exchange. This person says, people can make $19 an hour at Five Guys.
Well, then go work at Five Guys. Like, this is the easy thing you can do between jobs if you like voice acting. It's like, people think, oh, voice actors, all of them are professionals, so they deserve... No, bro, there's a lot of people that just like doing voice acting for a hobby. They don't make money of it, they just do it for fun. You know, remember when hobbies used to be for fun, and instead of like making money from it, you know, like, bro, 15 for something very simple that might, you know, might be helpful whenever like you go and go try to be more professional or something, and then people ask, oh, what have you done? And, oh, well, this video from this very popular creepypasta. The creator of that creepypasta made this indie, and I voiced in it as a background character. And then, oh wow, you know, at least you have something. Like, and you got paid for it too. Be glad he pays, bro. I would say, yo, anyone interested in you know, making a couple lines? I'm not giving you money, but I'll credit you. Oh man, yeah, people are insane.
Might want to rethink that rate. But that doesn't even make sense. That argument doesn't even make sense, right? If this is going to be like a 5-minute job for $15,
then you earn more than Five Guys, right? Then you would earn more for less work.
Greatly beats $19 for an hour. Alex says, for 5 lines for a background character, what would you say is fair? The other person responds and says, a lot of voiceover rates are based on a per word basis. For 4 to 5 lines, $15 is probably reasonable. But my comment wasn't made based on what is/isn't fair. It's about entry-level jobs, being available at higher rates. $15 is low when you look at it from that perspective.
Oh my god. Yeah, if you look at it like that, but it's not a job. It's something you do and you happen to get paid for it. Like, it's not a job, bro. It's a one-time thing.
What the frick? That made like no sense at all. Wait, so they they admit that the rate is actually pretty good. $15 for 4 to 5 lines is pretty good, they say. But then they go and like completely change the argument and make.
You know what's funny about human psychology? We tend to defend things that we don't even believe in just because we don't like what is said. Like, he said 15 for a role, right? He didn't like that for some reason. Then he started arguing against his point because he didn't like what he read. And then later on, I don't see any like time frames, but later on he said, you know, he's like, oh, well, it is actually fair, but if you look at it like this, because now he's still trying to win his argument, even though he's contradicting himself, right? Like, it's, man. Oh man, oh man.
Make like a bad point. Like, I'm so confused. These people make no sense. The person who's like, oh, this wouldn't fly in Hollywood or whatever that person said, and it's like thinking you need to be like flown out for this. And then whatever this person's saying, like, these people all sound crazy to me. Like, I'm almost having a hard time even providing commentary on this stuff because I don't even really understand what these people are saying. It's just like Looney Tunes talk. Look at this one. Someone else says, and by the way, Sweeney Todd's pretty cool, so shameful that this person is using Sweeney Todd, but whatever. It will likely require more than 5 minutes, as there's always the possibility of having to do multiple takes. $15 is not worth anyone's time. That $3
Not true.
That's $3 lower than the hourly rate in my state. Honestly, I personally think it should be at least $200.
Okay, yeah, this guy is 200.
This person responds saying $15 for a 5 minutes job means it's $180 an hour. Minimum wage in the USA is $7.25 per hour. But the other person never responds to that one.
No, of course not, because you can't say anything against it, because it just disproves their whole argument. Like...
Okay, and then we got some more context with this response from Alex. I don't think I read this one yet. If I did, my bad. But he says, your motivation is that you are just an ordinary and generic background NPC. It's not really meant to be a super nuanced part, just a little fun throwaway to give flavor.
Oh, there's actually somebody who responded. Sounds fun. Now that I read the 2 lines, you say townspeople, but give no motivation for the scene. We can sound desperate, or is it jovial and backhand at fear? No, it's just background noise. They're probably gonna like stack it on top of each other, and it's just gonna be background noise, hearing a bunch of people talk at the same time in the background. You know?
There's plenty of upset people. Those were just some examples of some of them, of course, but there are plenty more.
I would be honored to do it for free. Hey,
something wholesome though, because people would see backlash and then rally to Alexander Hall. For example, at the top, you can see Wendigoon, you may know him from YouTube, saying, I would be honored to do it for free. And Alexander Hall's just like wide-eyed. You got Madam Savvy, the one and only, saying, you're a legend. Well, check out the forum tomorrow with a heart. And lots of other comments, such as, hey, if you're still needing a VO for the role, I would be honored to help out, and future projects. The clowns in the comment section are a bunch of entitled theater kids. If I had the ability... Oh, for the record, let me just clarify something. I do like Sweeney Todd, but every theater kid I met at school gave me such a bad impression. They were always, like, so obnoxious. Anyways, back at that person, they said if they had the ability to make a clean audio recording, that they would do the job for free. And a lot of people shared similar sentiment. Once they saw the backlash, they were like, yo, forget these weirdos. I'll just do the job for free. And so Alex Hall eventually made this statement that says, thank you to everyone who has submitted
100 submissions. You see what the mentality is all like on Twitter, man? Like, people want to argue against everything. Everything, bro. But it's just a minority. It's just a minority. And I bet none of these people are actually voice actors. None of these people were actually considering doing it because they're not even voice actors. But they just want to argue against something that they think is unfair or something like that. Because they think they're worth more than they actually are. They have such an ego that they think that they're worth the world when they're not.
So far. We've received nearly 100 submissions between the forum and DMs. This is episode 1 of an indie YouTube series with a limited budget, and my first real step back into the creative world after
just being toxic, yeah, for real.
Is something new, but in many ways it's a spiritual successor to Ben Drowned, and I think the fans, especially those who love classic gaming, will really enjoy it. This lead role for this episode is being cast at her requested rate.
Also, this is very good for his publicity, because now people are gonna see this like weird, stupid drama, right? And then maybe people who don't know who this guy is gonna look him up, maybe see the original Ben Drowned video, and they're like, oh shit, well, I want to see what the new thing is gonna make. You know, like this is just a win for him, bro. It's crazy.
That was decided months ago when I reached out to her privately. This casting call was meant to give fans and emerging VAs a chance to join in and still receive compensation, as a way for our team to build long-term connections with people excited to work on indie storytelling, even if they don't have a ton of professional VO experience. There's always tons of undiscovered talent out there. Even if you aren't selected this time, don't fret. This is a very particular kind of NPC tone I'm looking for, and it's a very small role. But I can already tell I'll be reaching out to at least over half a dozen people in the future based on the talent I've seen so far. And I've only reviewed about 20 submissions.
Damn.
I've had great collaborations with professional AAA voice talent over the years, and I'm committed to compensating fairly as much as the project allows. Indie productions always come with a few caveats and compromises, especially when you're dusting off the cobwebs and getting the ball rolling out again. But I truly appreciate the support over the last 48 hours, and I'm incredibly grateful to everyone who's approached this with enthusiasm and good faith. You guys are awesome. Also, submissions are still open until the 15th, but of course, as of recording, it is now April 16th, so I guess that explains why the thing was closed when I took a look at it.
Yeah.
Presumably he's also filled the roles, of course, too, but yeah. You can also see people responding to Alex, welcoming him back, and being...
Notice how none of these comments have like a lot of views and like likes. Like the people that get outraged, they get a bunch of views and a bunch of likes, but whenever you are like positive or happy about something, or you're like praising something, then well, that doesn't matter, because that's not fun. That's not fun to engage with. You know,
being excited to see his new work, excited to have him return. And I'll leave you guys with this. Something I was looking into over on Blue Sky. I don't have a Blue
Oh
Sky,
no.
but I do look over there for content every now and then because, you know, let's be real, it's a great place for content. But
Wait, you need an account. You need to make an account. You can't go on the website without an account.
anyways, the point is, I saw a number of voice actors over on Blue Sky complaining about the amount of money they make and how they deserve so much more money. I think that would have been really fitting to like include in this video, but I would also be like burying the lead a little bit if I did. So it might be funny to include that some other time. It's also related to the Genshin VAs, so I'm trying to like figure out how I want to do all that stuff. But definitely kind of similar to what we saw here. Yeah, that'll be the end of this.
Oh boy.
I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed the coverage, please.
Alright, that was the video. Oh man, oh man. I think the biggest takeaway you can get from this video is that people are entitled. They do not know their worth, and they are very, very much willing to argue against everything, even though when they agree with you. They just want to argue, man. They just want to argue. They just want to say their piece and, you know, move on. You know? Crazy. Anyway, let me know what you thought about the video. Like, subscribe. That's about it. Take care.